A warm welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Updates, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. I am Gracious Ogun. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday attended the Economic Community of West African States ECOWAS Virtual Extraordinary Summit of the Authority of the Heads of State and Government of Members of States in the West African Monetary Zone. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, and a Foreign Affairs counterpart, Godfrey Onyema, were also in attendance, among others. China has marked the end of its largest indigenous space project after successfully launching a final satellite into orbit. The satellite for China's video navigation satellite system took off from Chichang Satellite Launch Center in the country's southwest Sichuan province. Chief Engineering Designer of the BDS, Yang Changfeng, said completion of the project makes China an aerospace power. The China Academy of Space Technology has also said the BDS satellites have a higher bandwidth that will enable enhanced communication capacities and carry more accurate and stable atomic clocks to improve the precision of timing and navigation services. Nigerian Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adamu has ordered policemen to seal off the National Secretariat of the All Progressive Congress APC. The police boss gave the order on Tuesday, June 23rd, ahead of his meeting with two camps of the party's National Working Committee. A party source said, on the condition of anonymity, that the Secretariat was sealed to enable the IGP and the two NWC groups to review and discuss the various court orders being banished by the competing groups within the party. Meanwhile, members of the NWC who showed up at the Secretariat were prevented from going in, while members of staff and journalists were allowed to work in without their cars. Technology entrepreneur Joel Popola said this is the best period for telecommunication operators to make learning easy for pupils by providing free internet access on learning resources, as the COVID-19 pandemic has forced schools to switch to online learning globally, leaving millions of children in Nigeria without access to remote learning. To bridge substantial inequalities in the education sector for primary and secondary school pupils in Nigeria, the entrepreneur urged telecommunications operators to provide free internet access to aid virtual learning amid the closure of schools. In the heat of the global coronavirus pandemic, the federal government of Nigeria reduced the pump price of premium motor spirits in March 2020 from 145 naira to 125 naira per litre. The price reduction followed the drop in crude oil prices, which has lowered the expected open market price of imported petrol between the official pump price of 145 naira per litre. The Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency further reduced the price of PMS, otherwise known as Petrol, to 123 naira 50 kobo and later 121 naira 50 kobo per litre in May. Although this has had a devastating impact on the nation's economy, as crude oil is the main source of revenue. Some Nigerians say it is timely. Our correspondent, who got the reactions of customers at some filling stations in Abuja, has this report.
The recent reduction on fuel pump price by the federal government is a good thing. They have tried, but personally I see it as a way that there's a way they could have been doing it in such a way that the Nigerians will be so happy. Because that 25 they still put on top of the 100 naira doesn't make any sense.
I feel somehow relieved because normally this my car I buy full of 5,000 naira in a day. But now I can buy full of 3,000 naira and then I will still make the same money I'm making before.
It's okay for we, the drivers. We enjoyed it based on compared to the previous one. Because now, if we should use our money to buy fuel, at least we get more than what we are expecting.
Before we used to buy 143, 142, something like that, it was not ferry. But now 120. Some are even selling. If you could see when I was coming, I checked their price because some are selling 120.5, some are 121, 123.5.
Magistrate Idayat Akani of the Magistrate Court in Abuja, Nigeria, has ordered the reopening of the Jabba Lake Mall following an application by the Defense Counsel Nnamdi Ekweme, praying the court to unseal the business premises. The mall was sealed 10 days ago for violating COVID-19 guidelines by hosting a concert by popular artist Naira Marley. The court ordered the management of the mall to publish an apology to the government in national newspapers. 3 staff of the mall have, however, been arraigned for organizing the concert in violation of the protocols approved by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. While countries and cities around the world battle to solve the novel coronavirus, kidnapping and other forms of extortive crimes continue unabated in Nigeria. Our correspondent narrates the experience of a young man here in the capital city, Abuja, who was brutalized and duped by a 4-man gang dressed as policemen.
I repair heavy-duty vehicles and big generators. So like every other day, on the 25th of April this year, I left my house to go and fix a customer's vehicle. While waiting for my customer, 4 men in police uniform arrested me for violating the lockdown order. They took me in a Toyota Camry. On our way, my phone rang. I tried to pick it, but the men pounced on me and beat me, searched my pocket for my ATM card. They asked for my PIN, but I declined. They drove me to a lonely road close to Wuye Junction and beat me some more. I eventually gave in and told them the PIN. They brought out a POS machine in the vehicle and confirmed it was correct. They drove to Abuja City Gate and dropped me under the bridge. I ran to my bank to block my account, but I couldn't get in due to the lockdown order. 2 days later, I received an alert on my phone. They had wiped all the money in my account. My family said I should go to the police to report, but I can't. I'm afraid the men who did this were dressed as police, and it would have cost me more money that I don't have.
We'll take a break now. When we return, African Queen Corona appointed as ambassador. Stay with us. Details coming shortly.
I am a refugee from Wanda living in Kenya, but I'm also a nurse working on the front line during this COVID-19.
I'm a refugee from Iran living in Sydney, Australia. I'm also a civil engineer running online series of live conversation with doctors for the community.
I'm a refugee in Ghana, but I'm also a nursing student. I help my community to stay safe by sharing useful information on COVID-19.
I'm a South Sudanese refugee living in Nairobi, but I'm also a communication officer giving timely and verified information on COVID-19 to my community.
I'm a refugee from Burundi living in Rwanda. I'm also a refugee college guidance counselor providing support to refugee students during this pandemic. I do it for you.
I do it for you.
I do this for you.
I do it for you.
I do this for you.
I do it for you.
You're welcome back. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Updates. Nigerian singer Yemi Alade has been selected to perform alongside Jennifer Hudson, Justin Bieber, Quavo, Shakira, and a host of A-list artists at the Global Goal Unite for Our Future concert on Saturday, June 27th. The event will be hosted by Nollywood actor Dwayne Johnson and globally televised and live-streamed. Yemi Alade, in a tweet on Monday, expressed a readiness to join the global efforts in combating the COVID-19 pandemic. The concert, which is backed by the Global Citizen and the European Commission, is aimed at raising billions of dollars to help lessen the impact of the pandemic on those living in extreme poverty and communities facing discrimination. Legendary Nigerian musician Innocent Two-Face Idibia has been appointed as the new United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. The singer took to his Instagram page to announce his appointment and express gratitude for the recognition, adding that the appointment would deepen his commitment to supporting the efforts of the Commission. Another award-winning Nigerian singer and songwriter, Kobam Sasoko, has earlier been appointed Nigerian Ambassador for United Nations Children Fund UNICEF. And in sport, tennis world number 1, Novak Djokovic, on Tuesday announced that he and his wife tested positive for COVID-19. This comes 2 days after fellow Andrea Tour participants Grigor Dimitrov, Borna Koric, Victor Troicki, and a pair of coaches tested positive, attending a series of exhibition matches he organized in Serbia and Croatia. The tour was designed to help both established as well as up-and-coming tennis players from southeastern Europe to gain access to some competitive tennis while the various tours are on hold due to the COVID-19 situation. While the remaining 2 stops of the Andrea Tour have been cancelled, Djokovic says he will remain in self-isolation for the next 14 days and repeats the test in 5 days. That's it on AD4 TV Radio News Updates, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Gracious Ogun.